Today we have the roadie of all roadies, Miss Annie Black, and she is celebrating her 66th birthday on Route 66. Happy birthday, Penny.
Thank you very, very much.
I have so many questions like, what is your favorite spot on Route 66?
Well, I really can't say favorite spot, but the one that brought me back to 66 would be the gas station in McLean, Texas. Just because we used to take 66 all the time when we were younger, and then Dad all of a sudden started taking the highway. And after my grandpa passed, I was coming home from Illinois, and we got rerouted off the highway onto the frontage road in McLean, Texas. And then I saw that station, and I realized my childhood's out there. Dad just stopped taking it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very important. It's a very, Sharon Ward has done a lot of cross stitch. I don't know if you've seen any of those, but she actually, out of the thousands of places on 66, she made that cross stitch for me without knowing that that's what brought me back.
Wow.
So I thought I got it, and I just burst into tears. I asked her, I said, "Did somebody tell you?" And she goes, "No." It's incredible. She must have felt it somehow, some way, but she's in Arizona. I'm in Illinois. And she picked some place in Texas. That was
That's
pretty
great.
cool. So
So that brought you back. Is that one of your no way I can't miss stops along the way?
no, I miss it quite often, but I know it's there, and the Texas Association is refurbishing it. They got a new roof put on it. They painted it. The place looks great, and they're selling shingles, the old shingles,
I did see
as a
that.
fundraiser. And my friend Brenda St. Clair, my road sister,
Yes.
she bought me one for my birthday.
Oh, how
And that's pretty good. I thought I was
exciting.
picking it up for her, and until I saw the bag Dora was shoving it in was a birthday bag, and I went, "Wait a minute, is this for me?" Because I was gonna buy one.
That's pretty special. So Brenda St. Clair isn't with you, and she always is. She's your
Mostly, yeah. She's my road sister from Akron, Ohio. We just clicked. It was the perfect timing. We met in 2015 at the Miles of Possibility conference, but we didn't really talk. I don't even remember even saying a word to her then. But 3 years later, we were at a another event in Shamrock, Texas, and it was kismet the way it worked out, because she flew in and rented a van. Well, she rented a car and ended up was given a van. And I ordered a bunch of cupcakes because Anne Selena's Annie Mouse book had just dropped, so had a bunch of cupcakes made, and it was also Mike and Sharon Ward's anniversary, so I had them do mice on one and flowers on the other, and I didn't realize how many cupcakes I had ordered. And Brenda says, "Well, I've got a van." That started a long, well, it seems much longer of a friendship than it is, but she's a good travel buddy.
I would have guessed that you guys were like school friends.
That's well, she'll love that because Brenda's older than me.
She's not here, so to be fair, I
Yeah.
couldn't see,
Yeah, and I
side by
can't
side. There you
can't
go.
can't do anything, just let her defend herself first.
So, okay, so what do you have a guaranteed gotta stop at this place every time I travel the route?
There's a lot of that. For good food, boy, if you wanna go to the Bourbon Cafe and Coffee Saloon, Michelle cooks up some good stuff, and she uses a lot of Dolly Parton's recipes for the desserts.
And where is that located?
That's in Bourbon, Missouri,
Awesome.
on 66. Man, I eat my way through, you know,
Me
gotta
too.
gotta find the best places to go. So I'm a biscuits and gravy person, so I really like trying to find the best here. And place over here at Sweet Creek, that is gonna be hard to beat.
Good.
Michelle is going to try to do that.
I love burgers. I'm a cheeseburger queen. So one of these days, I'm just going to eat my way from Chicago to Santa Monica and just take plenty of time so I can eat all the big ones.
You need to go to Girard and go to Docks just off 66. It's run by Casey Claypool, and they have got some
And Gerard is in
Illinois.
Illinois.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. We got to let people know where they're
Really?
going if they're going to have that best burger.
Yeah, oh yeah, best margaritas, Sangamo Brewing Company in Chatham, Illinois.
Well, there you go. Margaritas are important to know what the best ones are for that too.
Meatorito does a pretty good job of that too over in Galena, Kansas. One of our spots. We like to embarrass ourselves with their 60-ouncer.
So, how many times do you think you've traveled the route?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even begin to know because my dad did a lot of the driving. We left Illinois in 62 for California. We drove back and forth every summer to see family. And then Dad stopped kind of going, but I still went. And they asked me what I wanted for my graduation present. And I said, go to see Grandma and Grandpa. So I went there, and I was only supposed to be there for 2 weeks. And I was there for 2.5 months. Did not want to go back home. I was having too much fun. When I graduated, where was I going to go? college.
Oh, that's so fun.
Mhm.
So did you realize you didn't realize back then though that Route 66 was Route 66 because it didn't really become that
No.
until recently after it was
Yeah.
decommissioned. What do you think inspired it to be the iconic, everybody wants to visit kind of a drive that it is today?
Well, I think a lot of it is the same way that the Europeans see it. Is it's nostalgia, Americana. It's the happy times. But that's what we choose to see are the happy times. Because there's a lot of sadness and things that happened back in like the Dust Bowl days and the Green Book issues, and they're still going on. So that's not cool. There's a lot of underbelly that makes you just really want to cry. It gets emotional sometimes.
Well, I know that one of the things that make people so happy by driving the route is it reminds them of days in the car with their families, with their parents. I know that's what it does for me.
Yeah, same here.
My mom's been gone for 18 years, but that is really even though I'd driven it with my entire family, it was when I did it with my mom and my sister, and that those memories just really get me every time,
Yeah.
and they make me very sentimental, but Two Guns, Arizona, have you stopped there?
Oh yeah.
That's my never forget to stop. That's my spot.
Yeah, that before the building got torn down and just destroyed out there. It was pretty cool place to go hang out and readjust and look at your, where am I going next kind of thing. It was a really cool place.
Did you ever as a kid, did you guys ever take an RV or anything?
No, we always drove. It was mostly, the old vehicle or the station wagon, depending
Yeah,
on
station
what we had. And, the station wagon that you could look out the back window and drive all the other drivers crazy.
Yeah, we had, the one we had 2 different station wagons. One, it had the seats that were facing each other
Mhm.
in the back.
Okay, we had that too.
And then the other one we had that you could face the back, and we would take turns looking out the back window and
Yeah.
making faces at people driving and watching them.
When we lived in Long Beach, our church, we would load that thing down for vacation Bible school because we lived in Navy housing in Long Beach. So we had 32 kids that we piled in our car and two others to get to church every night for a week.
So your dad was Navy?
Yeah.
My dad was Navy too, so we
Yeah.
are Navy sisters.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you haven't seen that you wanna see?
Oh, yeah. I've got a list that's a mile long of things, and then new things keep popping up. I'm grateful that there are new things, soon to be old things, hopefully. They stick around long enough, fingers crossed. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could show you my list that would blow you away. You haven't seen that? No, you gotta be kidding me. No, I haven't seen it yet.
That's me. I feel like every time I get behind the wheel, I there's places I wanna see again, and I have to see the same places that I really have on my list to stop, but there's new places I wanna see, and it just feels like I can never see it all. There are so many things that I've missed that I can't wait.
One of my first times through here on my own, there's only 13.2 miles of Kansas, but it took me 3 days. I stayed at the Little Brick Inn
Oh, yeah.
above the cafe on the road.
Right across the
Yeah.
street. That's a fun place.
Stayed there for a couple nights.
Now, was
And
that years ago before it got renovated?
before the recent renovation was Amy and Richard owned it at the time. He was a French trained chef. Food was really good, but I think it was probably just too rich for this little town.
You've probably developed a lot of friendships along the way. And do you have anybody that you wanna shout out and say hi to besides Miss Brenda?
Oh my gosh, I would miss so many people if I did that. I never go a day without hugs on 66.
How about we just go through and look at your hat? Now, this is your little
Oh,
birthday hat.
now this
Maybe read off a few names.
Oh my gosh, this hat is going to be a museum material because of all the people that are on here. Michelle from the Bourbon Cafe and Coffee Saloon, Dora Maroney from the Texas Ivy,
Love her.
Sal Lucero from the only Whiting brothers out of Moriarty, New Mexico, folks from the Blue Swallow, Jericho, Chelsea Motorin, Frank and Trudy. I even got Angel Delgadillo and
Wow.
his wife, Velma, Jerry McClanahan. I was able to intrude on him last night, and Dixie Joe Crockett from Allen Reed Travel Center in Texas, Delbert and Ruth True from the Devil's Rope Museum out in McLean, Texas. Oh, I got Tim Jones at the totem pole. He retired the next day, and I
Wow.
caught him before it was too late. Harley, you can't miss Harley, although he spelled everything wrong. Harley. Yeah, just so many friends. It's crazy. Folks from the Earl's Motor Court and out in Winslow, Arizona. I got Ian Bowen from all the way in California at the end of the trail, 66 to Cali. There is. I got to go back and let Phyllis Ferguson finish hers because I told everybody I was just wanting them to put their name on it so I had more room because I haven't even done Illinois yet. So she just wrote Phyllis F. You know Phyllis F. And I'm like, no. I didn't go back and let it rock. Would have felt like it cheated her.
She'll appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this is great. There's some names on here that I love these people.
Well, I can tell. I can see it in your face.
I videotaped every single person signing it.
Oh, how
So
fun.
I
So
have it. No. Yeah, and there's some stories. There's some fun stories
I
here
bet.
on top of it. But yeah, that's my logo. 66 on 66.
That is so
I had
fun.
that made, and the thing is, it's so with all this on here, nobody even notices the logo anymore.
And you mentioned the old Whiting Brothers. That's the last one on Route 66.
Yeah.
I can remember Stuckey's and Whiting Brothers when I traveled it with my mom.
Yeah, Stephanie Stuckey is bringing in a lot of them back. And Motorhead in Springfield, Illinois, they used to be a Stuckey's. So they sell the pecan logs. And
I can remember we used to get them for like 3 for $1 for the little ones. But one big one will last you 4 days if you pace
true,
yourself.
if I ever get the cinnamon roll out at Tally's out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, this thing takes up a to-go box.
Wow.
I had no idea how big it was the first time I got it. Took me 3 days, and I only ate half of it, and the rest of it had to go. So
Well, is there anything that you feel we haven't covered that you would love to share with people or any advice when you're planning a trip?
don't overplan because it's never going to go the way you expected. If you can travel, yeah, summers are great to travel, but off season is better for me because I don't have to plan or pre-plan where I'm going to stay. Because if I did, I would be driving at night to get there all the time like I did last night. I went 52 miles. That was it, and it took me all day. Like, I gotta get farther. So,
Everything takes me all day. It
yeah,
could be 3 miles and it takes me
like,
all day.
yeah, like I said, it's 3 days to go 13.2 miles.
Right.
So,
Yeah, there's so much to see here in Kansas. It's part of the reason I chose to move here
yeah,
because I just feel like it's maybe the smallest amount of Route 66, but it's got the most love to give, I feel, for that
mm,
13.2 miles.
it does, and I love the folks here. I mean, there's a lot more to see now than there was the first time I came through.
And more things every day adding in. I can't wait till Renee and her husband get that big shield all done. I can't wait for that. But people are having fun signing that shield.
Renee was a big person to handle these. She's done great here.
She's
She's
amazing.
done so much. I'm so grateful to know her.
Yes, I feel the same way. She has been any inspiration or any excitement that I had for Route 66. She has really stuck that on fire
Yeah,
because just really increased that amount of energy and love
yeah.
for Route
Her
66.
and that sister of hers.
Melba.
Well, I wasn't gonna name her name, but because we've always said Melba's sister for so long, I thought it was fair to turn the page here a little bit.
Oh, I love them. I think they're all fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to get to be a part of it, and I had no idea there were even roadies until the last few years. I didn't even know what a roadie was. I mean,
Oh,
I was always a roadie by myself,
yeah.
so
Well, yeah, a lot of us were until we met each other at other events.
I'm trying to connect more people so that the community gets bigger and the amount of people that travel it increase and that people can just embrace and kind of feel what this is all about because this isn't something you can really describe. You
No,
have to experience it.
you really do. People, they get excited when they hear other people's stories, and hopefully theirs will be as interesting and fulfilling. It's just an amazing thing to get into.
I haven't met anybody yet, but I haven't done a lot of interviews. I mean, this is kind of a new thing, and you're one of the pioneers. You and a few others, a handful, are the pioneers coming into the little Route 66 travels. Because you were asking, what's the name of this place?
Yes,
I don't even have a sign yet. So
yes,
you're one of the new people, but I want to engage travelers and see what their favorite parts are so that other people can get a little of the experience and a little taste and want to come and travel it themselves. So hopefully we'll
yeah.
get enough out there that people want to come in.
Yeah, we hear a lot of women. Is it safe? And
Yes.
Yeah, it's very safe,
I've done it probably 25 times minimum by myself, at least.
at least. It's so well, have you gone all the way to California and back?
From
Well,
here, not the entire route, but
okay.
I probably traveled from the Midwest to California, one way each way, probably about 30 times by myself.
Alright, you gotta come see me in Springfield,
I will. I know.
Illinois.
I'm going that way. My next trip, I'm going to. And that's what I tell people breaking it up. If you're anywhere along the route and you can digest it slowly, it's so much better that way than doing
No,
it all at one
absolutely.
time because
Absolutely.
there's so much to see. And I try to encourage people, if they're anywhere near it, do sections and spend a day or two and try to get to every place that you can in that little
Yeah.
area. And then next time you can skip that part and do another one. So.
I'm obsessed. I mean, I have the shirt to prove it. My friend Tom Gillespie designed a obsessed shirt for me, and now it's available to a few friends last time that purchased quite a few when we were in Galena for with the road crew came through. That was fun. They're a great band.
They gave Dean Walker a little plaque.
Yeah,
That was exciting,
yeah.
and it was at Cars on the Route with, Renee, and it was a good time, very good time. So, Penny, thank you so much for gracing me on your birthday. This in itself is, like, huge with 6 all behind you, on your
Yeah.
66th birthday. So happy birthday, Penny Black. We're so
Thank
glad
you.
you came in
Thank you
to
very much.